Hey guys, welcome back again to another tutorial. My name is Dorothy. In today's video I'll be showing you how to draft and make a box pleat flay. If this is something you're interested in, keep watching and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like and also drop a comment on the comment section. Now let's get started with the video. You will be needing about 2 to 3 yards of fabric for an adult, depending on how full you want your flay, and for a little child you can use 1.5 to 2 yards of fabric depending on how full you still want the flay to be. And you can use any fabric of your choice. For me, I am using a Mikado silk material and I am using 1.5 yard. So grab your pen and paper, let's do some calculation because we need to know the right amount of fabric that we'll be needing for the flay. For those of you who don't like mathematics or calculation, this one is going to be a very simple one and it is very necessary because you need to know where some figures are taken from and how it came about. We will be needing the waist circumference measurement, and the waist circumference measurement I am working with is 23 inches. I'm making this for a little child, so go ahead and input your own waist measurement. We will also be needing the length of the flay, and the length of the flay that I'm working with is 14 inches, and I added 2 inches for folding allowance, making it 16 inches. So go ahead and mark your desired flay length. To calculate our waist radius, a radius is a mathematical term or equation and it has a standard formula. So to get the radius, we need to get the formula, and the formula for a radius is circumference, which I wrote as letter C, all over 2 times pi, and pi is given to be 3.14, and this formula is for a full cycled flay. So the circumference here is the waist circumference. To calculate our waist radius, we will be inputting our figure into the formula. So radius is equals to 23 inches, which is our waist circumference, all over 2 times 3.14. So if you're making a full flay without pleat, you just divide your waist circumference all over 2 times 3.54. But because I'll be adding pleats, I'll be making pleats on my flay, I will multiply my waist circumference by 2. You can do 2.5 depending on how full you want your flay to be or how full you want your pleat to come out, all over 2 times 3.14. 23 multiplied by 2 is 46, all over 2 times 3.14, which is 6.28. So I wrote this figure down. Now I'll use my calculator to calculate 46 divided by 6.28. So when I divided it, I had 7.32. So I will be approximating this 7.32 to a singular figure. So when I approximated it, I have 7. That is, my radius is 7 inches. To know the amount of fabric we'll be needing for the flay, we'll be adding the length of the flay plus the radius. So our length is 16 inches while our radius is 7 inches. So 16 plus 7 is 23 inches. So the total length of our fabric on fold on both sides is going to be 23 inches. So now let's go ahead and fold out. So now we are going to be folding our fabric into 4, somewhat like a square shape, so that the both sides can be equal and the both sides will come out to be 23 inches. So I first of all fold this side, and when I measure it, you can see that I had 23 inches. So I'll be folding this again into 2, making it 4 fold, and it's going to give me 23 inches as well. You can see that our fabric is now folded into 4 and each of the sides, both sides are equal and they are 23 inches. So this excess fabric I'm having here, I'm going to use my scissors to trim out the excess. Then I will use my iron to smoothen the surface of my fabric so that the fabric can stay in place when I am drafting. So we'll be taking our measurement from this side that is on fold and there is no opening in between, okay? Then our radius that we are working with is 7 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark 7 inches on that part that there's no opening at all. So right here I'll place my tape rule like this and I'll mark 7 inches all the way around in a circular form like this. And here is my waist radius. So right now we are going to be marking the length of the skirt. So I'll place my tape rule at the tip and I'll mark 23 inches all the way around, and I'll be using my chalk to connect it. Okay, if you don't want to do it this way, you can simply just place the tape rule on the mark of the radius, okay, that first mark, and you mark 16 inches for the length of the flare. It's the same thing, okay? Or you just place it, just to get the full flare, you place your tape rule at the tip like this and mark 23 inches all the way around, and I'll use my chalk to connect all those points that I just marked together like this. Now let's cut this out. While cutting this out, let me explain something here real quick. If you are making this as a skirt, before you take the length of your flare, you have to remove 2 inches from the actual length for the band, okay? But if you're making this as a gown, you will measure the exact length of it. So now I'm done cutting this out. I'll go ahead and open one side of the flare. Now to work on the box pleat, I'll first of all mark 1 inch on the side from top to bottom for our zipper allowance, and when I am done marking my point, I'll go ahead and notch it so that I'll know that this side is for the zipper allowance, and I'll do the same thing for the second side as well. After marking my zipper allowance, I'll place my tape rule and I'll mark 2 inches spacing for the pleat. Okay, so I'll place my tape rule like this and I'll mark 2 inches all the way around the waistline. I will take this off camera to complete marking the 2 inches spacing, and this is what we have right here. Now to create our pleat, I will simply fold these 2 inches like this. Just watch what I am doing, and I will place it on the zipper allowance just as you can see me doing, and I will use my pin to hold it. And when I am done pinning that of the waist, I will arrange the one at the length also like this, and I will pin it down. If you are working with light at this point, this is the best time for you to iron the pleat so it stays in place. And when I am done with this part, I'll pick the second one like this as you can see me doing, and I'll fold in to meet the next mark on the side. Guys, I don't know how better I can explain this so you understand, but watch all this process and you will understand better. So we have successfully created one of the box pleats. You can see how it's looking, and that's how I'll go ahead and pleat this all the way until we exhaust the 2 inches mark. So I took this off camera to complete the pleating, and this is what we have. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this to the ironing table and I will iron this. This is what it looks like after I was done ironing the pleat. You can see that our pleat is looking flat. Okay, so what you do next is you're going to measure around the waistline to see that the waistline corresponds with that of waist circumference you are working with. And when I measured this round, I had the exact 23 inches plus the zipper allowance that I left, and everything is okay. So if you did yours and you see that your waist circumference doesn't align with that of the waist circumference you are working with, please go back and redo the pleat again. That's why it is very necessary for you to pleat first before you iron it. I hope that you find this video helpful. If you do, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, because that is the only way that we'll be able to build a strong community. Okay, and if you haven't liked this video, please like the video, and if you have any question regarding this tutorial, leave your question on the comment section and I'll attend to it. Bye, see you all in my next one.